Disclaimer. Dear listeners, please be aware that this article is for information purpose only and may not in a whole holds the final facts or figures concerning the subject matter. Everyone is strongly advised to carry out their own research into the subject before making a final decision about this article. We are not responsible for any loss or damage you may suffer as a result of this article. Please do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. That will be greatly appreciated. In this article, we are going to delve into the study of the Amazon rainforest and its unique characteristic, tranquilities and attractions. The Amazon rainforest, often referred to as the lungs of the earth, is the largest tropical rainforest in the world, covering a vast expanse of approximately 5.5 million square kilometers, 2.1 million square miles. Located predominantly in South America, it spans across 9 countries, including Brazil, Peru, Colombia, Venezuela, Ecuador, Bolivia, Guyana, Suriname, and French Guiana. The Amazon rainforest is a globally significant ecosystem that is home to unparalleled biodiversity, indigenous communities, and countless plant and animal species. Its immense size and ecological importance make it a critical component of Earth's overall health and balance. The Amazon rainforest is renowned for its dense and diverse vegetation, characterized by towering trees, intricate canopies, and a rich understory. It is estimated that this immense forest is home to over 390 billion individual trees belonging to around 16,000 different species, many of which are unique to the region. These trees play a crucial role in absorbing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and releasing oxygen, making the Amazon rainforest a vital contributor to regulating the planet's climate patterns. Beyond its environmental significance, the Amazon rainforest is also a cultural and historical treasure. It has been inhabited by indigenous peoples for thousands of years, with countless communities relying on its resources for sustenance, medicine, and spiritual practices. These indigenous populations have deep-rooted connections to the land, carrying ancestral knowledge that contributes to the overall preservation and understanding of the rainforest. However, the Amazon rainforest is facing numerous challenges, primarily driven by deforestation and unsustainable practices. The expansion of agriculture, illegal logging, mining activities, and infrastructure development pose significant threats to this fragile ecosystem. The consequences of deforestation in the Amazon rainforest extend far beyond the immediate loss of trees. It affects climate patterns, biodiversity, indigenous communities, and the overall stability of the planet. Given its critical role in maintaining global environmental balance, it is imperative to understand and address the issues surrounding the Amazon rainforest. By exploring its importance, current challenges, and potential solutions, we can strive to protect and sustain this invaluable natural wonder for future generations. The main causes of deforestation in the Amazon rainforest are complex and multifaceted. Several factors contribute to the ongoing deforestation crisis. Here are some of the primary causes. Agriculture and ranching. The expansion of agricultural activities, particularly for commercial purposes, such as soybean production and cattle ranching, is one of the major drivers of deforestation in the Amazon. Large areas of the rainforest are cleared to make way for crop cultivation and pastureland. This is often driven by global demand for commodities like beef and soy, leading to the conversion of forested areas into agricultural land. Logging. Illegal and unsustainable logging practices contribute significantly to deforestation in the Amazon rainforest. Trees are felled for their valuable timber, which is often exported for international markets. Logging can be indiscriminate, leading to the destruction of both commercially valuable and ecologically important tree species. Infrastructure development. The construction of roads, highways, dams, and other infrastructure projects is a significant cause of deforestation. These projects facilitate access to remote areas of the rainforest, opening them up for logging, mining, and agricultural expansion. Infrastructure development also fragments the forest, making it more vulnerable to further degradation. Mining and extraction. Mining activities, including gold, bauxite, and other mineral extraction, have a devastating impact on the Amazon rainforest. The extraction process involves clearing large areas of land, contaminating rivers with toxic substances, and causing soil erosion. Illegal and unregulated mining operations are particularly detrimental, leading to extensive deforestation and environmental degradation. Forest fires. Forest fires, often set intentionally for land clearance and agricultural practices, contribute to deforestation in the Amazon. These fires can quickly spread, causing widespread damage and releasing vast amounts of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. Land encroachment and land conflicts. Encroachment onto indigenous lands and protected areas by illegal settlers, land speculators, and agribusinesses is a persistent issue in the Amazon. Land conflicts and lack of clear land ownership rights exacerbate deforestation as land is cleared for occupation and resource extraction. It is important to note that these causes often interact and reinforce each other. For example, agricultural expansion can lead to infrastructure development, which, in turn, promotes further logging and mining activities. Addressing deforestation in the Amazon requires a multifaceted approach that addresses the economic, social, and political drivers while promoting sustainable land use practices, land rights, and conservation efforts. Deforestation in the Amazon rainforest has severe ecological consequences that extend beyond the immediate loss of trees. Here are some of the key ecological impacts. Biodiversity loss. The Amazon rainforest is one of the most biodiverse places on Earth, harboring an incredible array of plant and animal species. Deforestation disrupts and destroys their habitats, leading to the loss of biodiversity. Many species, including endemic and endangered ones, rely on the rainforest for their survival. Deforestation fragments the forest, isolating populations and reducing their genetic diversity, making them more vulnerable to extinction. Carbon emissions and climate change. The Amazon rainforest plays a crucial role in regulating the global climate. Trees absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere through photosynthesis, storing vast amounts of carbon in their biomass. When the forest is cleared, these carbon stocks are released into the atmosphere, contributing to greenhouse gas emissions and exacerbating climate change. Deforestation in the Amazon has a significant impact on global carbon emissions, making it a critical driver of climate change. Altered water cycles. The Amazon rainforest is often referred to as the water pump of the planet due to its influence on regional and global water cycles. Trees in the rainforest release moisture through evapotranspiration, which contributes to cloud formation and rainfall patterns. Deforestation disrupts this process, reducing rainfall and altering local and regional climates. It can lead to droughts, changes in river flow patterns, and negatively impact aquatic ecosystems. Soil degradation and erosion. The dense vegetation of the rainforest helps to maintain soil fertility and prevent erosion. When trees are cleared, the exposed soil is vulnerable to erosion by wind and rainfall, leading to the loss of topsoil and nutrient depletion. This can render the land unsuitable for future agricultural use, negatively impacting local communities and exacerbating food security issues. Disruption of ecosystem services. The Amazon rainforest provides numerous ecosystem services that benefit both local communities and the global population. These services include water filtration, pollination, regulation of microclimates, and provision of medicinal plants. Deforestation disrupts these services, affecting water quality, agricultural productivity, and human well-being. Increased fire risk. Deforested areas in the Amazon are more susceptible to wildfires. The removal of the forest canopy and the accumulation of dry biomass make the region more prone to uncontrolled fires. These fires not only contribute to further deforestation but also release large amounts of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, exacerbating climate change. Addressing the ecological consequences of deforestation in the Amazon rainforest is vital for the long-term sustainability of the region and the planet as a whole. Conservation efforts, reforestation initiatives, and sustainable land use practices are essential to mitigate these impacts and protect the integrity of this invaluable ecosystem. Deforestation in the Amazon rainforest has a significant impact on climate change due to its role in carbon emissions and the disruption of important climate regulating processes. Here are the key ways in which deforestation in the Amazon affects climate change. Carbon emissions. The Amazon rainforest stores vast amounts of carbon in its trees and vegetation. When deforestation occurs, these carbon stocks are released into the atmosphere in the form of carbon dioxide, CO2, a greenhouse gas that contributes to global warming. The loss of trees and vegetation through deforestation disrupts the balance between carbon absorption and release, leading to a net increase in atmospheric CO2 levels. The Amazon rainforest is estimated to absorb and store billions of tons of CO2 each year, so deforestation in the region significantly contributes to global carbon emissions. Feedback loop. Deforestation in the Amazon can trigger a dangerous feedback loop that intensifies climate change. As more trees are cleared, the overall capacity of the forest to absorb CO2 is reduced. This reduction in carbon absorption, coupled with the release of stored carbon from deforestation, increases the concentration of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. This, in turn, leads to higher temperatures and drier conditions, making the remaining forest more susceptible to droughts, wildfires, and further degradation. This positive feedback loop exacerbates climate change and poses a threat to the long-term stability of the Amazon rainforest. Altered rainfall patterns. The Amazon rainforest plays a crucial role in regulating regional and global rainfall patterns. Trees in the rainforest release moisture through evapotranspiration, contributing to cloud formation and precipitation. Deforestation disrupts this process, reducing rainfall and altering local and regional climates. The loss of the rainforest's moisture recycling mechanism can lead to droughts and changes in precipitation patterns not only within the Amazon basin but also in surrounding areas. These altered rainfall patterns can have far-reaching consequences for agriculture, water availability, and the overall stability of ecosystems. Loss of cool effect. The dense vegetation of the Amazon rainforest helps to create a cool effect by shading the ground and reducing surface temperatures. As trees are cleared, the exposed land absorbs more solar radiation, leading to higher temperatures. This can contribute to local and regional warming, exacerbating the urban heat island effect and impacting both human populations and ecosystems. Addressing deforestation in the Amazon rainforest is crucial for mitigating climate change. By preserving the forest's carbon stocks, maintaining its moisture recycling capacity, and protecting its cooling effect, efforts can be made to reduce carbon emissions, stabilize regional climate patterns, and contribute to global climate change mitigation strategies. The Amazon rainforest is a global biodiversity hotspot, renowned for its remarkable contribution to the Earth's overall biodiversity. Here's how the Amazon rainforest plays a crucial role in supporting global biodiversity. Species richness. The Amazon rainforest is home to an astonishing array of plant and animal species. It is estimated that the rainforest harbors around 10% of the world's known species, making it one of the most biologically diverse places on the planet. The forest provides habitat for an estimated 16,000 tree species, over 2.5 million insect species, thousands of bird and fish species, and a vast variety of mammals, reptiles, and amphibians. The high species richness in the Amazon rainforest contributes significantly to global biodiversity. Endemic species. The Amazon rainforest is a hotspot for endemic species, which are species found exclusively in specific geographic regions. The unique environmental conditions and isolation within the rainforest have allowed for the evolution of numerous endemic species. These species have adapted to specific niches and play crucial roles in the functioning of their ecosystems. Protecting the Amazon rainforest ensures the preservation of these specialized and unique species found nowhere else on Earth. Keystone species. The rainforest is home to several keystone species, which have a disproportionate impact on their ecosystems. These species, such as large predators, important pollinators, and seed dispersers, play critical roles in maintaining the balance and integrity of the rainforest ecosystem. Their presence ensures the health and diversity of other species within their respective habitats. Plant diversity and medicinal resources. The Amazon rainforest contains an astounding diversity of plant species, many of which have important medicinal properties. Indigenous communities living in the rainforest have relied on these plant resources for thousands of years, using them for traditional medicine and healing practices. The preservation of the rainforest's plant diversity not only contributes to global biodiversity but also offers potential breakthroughs in pharmaceutical research and the development of new medicines. Ecosystem services. The biodiversity of the Amazon rainforest provides invaluable ecosystem services that benefit the entire planet. The forest regulates local and regional climates, influences rainfall patterns, and contributes to carbon sequestration. The maintenance of this complex web of biodiversity ensures the continued provision of these ecosystem services, which are critical for sustaining life and mitigating climate change on a global scale. Conserving the Amazon rainforest and its biodiversity is vital for the overall health of the planet. Protecting and restoring this unique ecosystem helps to safeguard global biodiversity, preserve species that are yet to be discovered, and maintain the delicate balance of Earth's ecosystems. Numerous efforts are being made to protect and conserve the Amazon rainforest, recognizing its ecological significance and the urgent need for its preservation. Here are some of the key initiatives and strategies. Protected areas. Governments and conservation organizations have established protected areas within the Amazon rainforest. These areas, such as national parks, reserves, and indigenous territories, aim to safeguard biodiversity, promote sustainable land use practices, and provide legal protection for the forest and its inhabitants. Efforts are being made to expand and strengthen the management of these protected areas to ensure effective conservation. Indigenous land rights. Recognizing the crucial role of indigenous communities in preserving the rainforest, there is a growing movement to secure and respect the land rights of indigenous peoples. Indigenous territories often serve as important bastions of biodiversity and traditional knowledge. By granting secure land tenure and supporting indigenous self-governance, these efforts empower local communities to be stewards of their lands and contribute to forest conservation. Sustainable land use practices. Encouraging sustainable land use practices is vital for the long-term conservation of the Amazon rainforest. This includes promoting agroforestry, which integrates tree cultivation with agricultural crops, reducing the reliance on slash and burn practices. Additionally, sustainable logging and responsible mining practices are being encouraged to minimize environmental impacts. Promoting certification schemes and supporting sustainable livelihoods for local communities are part of the efforts to balance conservation and economic development. Law enforcement and anti-deforestation measures. Strengthening law enforcement and combating illegal activities such as logging, mining, and land encroachment are crucial for protecting the Amazon rainforest. Governments, international organizations, and NGOs are working together to enhance surveillance, enforce regulations, and combat illegal activities through stricter penalties, monitoring technologies, and collaborative initiatives. International collaboration and funding. Recognizing the global significance of the Amazon rainforest, international collaborations and financial support are crucial. Efforts are underway to mobilize funding for forest conservation, sustainable development, and research initiatives. International agreements, such as the Paris Agreement under the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, aim to address deforestation and support sustainable practices in the Amazon region. Public awareness and education. Raising public awareness about the importance of the Amazon rainforest and the need for its conservation is a vital aspect of protection efforts. Educational campaigns, media outreach, and environmental advocacy play a crucial role in mobilizing support, promoting sustainable lifestyles, and encouraging responsible consumer choices. It is important to note that despite these efforts, challenges persist, including limited resources, illegal activities, political and economic pressures, and the need for stronger governance. Ongoing commitment and collaboration among governments, indigenous communities, conservation organizations, and the international community are essential to effectively protect and conserve the Amazon rainforest for future generations. Promoting sustainable development in the Amazon rainforest requires a balanced approach that combines economic growth, social well-being, and environmental conservation. Here are some key strategies to promote sustainable development in the region. Forest stewardship and certification. Encouraging sustainable forest management practices is crucial. This includes promoting selective logging techniques that minimize damage to the forest, respecting minimum tree size and regeneration requirements, and implementing proper monitoring and planning. Forest certification schemes, such as the Forest Stewardship Council, FSC, provide a framework for responsible forest management, ensuring that timber and non-timber forest products are sourced sustainably. Support for sustainable agriculture. Promoting sustainable agricultural practices that minimize deforestation and land degradation is essential. This includes promoting agroforestry systems that integrate tree cultivation with agricultural crops, preserving forest cover on farms, and promoting organic and regenerative farming techniques. Providing technical assistance, access to markets, and financial incentives for sustainable agriculture can help local communities adopt more environmentally friendly and economically viable practices. Strengthening land rights and indigenous governance. Recognizing and strengthening the land rights of indigenous communities is crucial for promoting sustainable development in the Amazon. Indigenous peoples have long-standing traditional knowledge and sustainable practices that contribute to forest conservation. Supporting their self-governance and land management systems empowers local communities to protect and sustainably manage their territories, preserving both cultural heritage and biodiversity. Payment for ecosystem services. Implementing mechanisms to reward communities and landowners for their role in preserving ecosystem services is an effective approach. Payment for ecosystem services, PES, programs provide financial incentives to landholders for maintaining forest cover, carbon sequestration, watershed protection, and other valuable services. These programs can help create economic opportunities while maintaining forest integrity. Diversifying local economies. Encouraging the diversification of local economies can reduce dependency on activities that contribute to deforestation. This includes promoting sustainable tourism, supporting value-added processing of forest products, developing eco-friendly industries, and fostering entrepreneurship. Providing access to training, infrastructure, and market opportunities can help communities find alternative livelihoods that are compatible with forest conservation. Research and innovation. Investing in scientific research, innovation, and technology can contribute to sustainable development in the Amazon. This includes studying the region's ecosystems, biodiversity, and climate dynamics, developing sustainable land use models, and promoting the use of renewable energy sources. Innovation in areas such as sustainable agriculture, agroforestry, and eco-friendly practices can support sustainable development goals in the region. International cooperation and funding. International collaboration and financial support are critical for promoting sustainable development in the Amazon rainforest. This includes partnerships between governments, international organizations, private sectors, and NGOs to provide financial resources, technical assistance, and knowledge sharing. Funding mechanisms, grants, and investments can be directed towards sustainable development projects that align with conservation goals. By implementing these strategies and fostering a holistic approach, it is possible to promote sustainable development in the Amazon rainforest while preserving its ecological integrity and benefiting local communities. The key is to balance economic growth with environmental conservation and social well-being, ensuring a sustainable future for both the rainforest and its inhabitants. Addressing deforestation in the Amazon rainforest requires a multifaceted approach that tackles the root causes and engages various stakeholders. Here are some potential solutions and strategies to combat deforestation in the region. Strengthen law enforcement and governance. Enhancing law enforcement efforts to combat illegal activities such as illegal logging, land encroachment, and illicit trade of forest products is crucial. This includes increasing the capacity and resources of enforcement agencies, improving surveillance technologies, and imposing stricter penalties for illegal activities. Strengthening governance and combating corruption are also essential to ensure effective implementation of forest protection measures. Support sustainable livelihoods. Providing alternative income opportunities that are compatible with forest conservation is vital for local communities. Supporting sustainable livelihoods such as agroforestry, sustainable agriculture, ecotourism, and non-timber forest product harvesting can provide economic incentives for communities to preserve the forest rather than engage in destructive practices. Access to training. technical assistance, and markets are critical components of supporting sustainable livelihoods. Secure land rights and indigenous territories. Recognizing and securing the land rights of indigenous communities and local populations is crucial. Research has shown that areas under indigenous management tend to have lower deforestation rates. Strengthening indigenous territories, granting secure land tenure, and supporting indigenous self-governance are effective ways to promote sustainable land management and conservation efforts. Promote forest restoration and reforestation. Initiatives to restore degraded areas and promote reforestation can help to recover forest cover and restore ecosystem functions. This includes planting native tree species, implementing agroforestry systems, and engaging local communities in restoration efforts. Reforestation programs can contribute to carbon sequestration, biodiversity conservation, and the recovery of ecosystem services. Encourage sustainable supply chains. Promoting sustainable supply chains for commodities linked to deforestation, such as soy, beef, palm oil, and timber, is crucial. This involves engaging businesses, consumers, and governments to demand and support products that are produced sustainably and do not contribute to deforestation. Certification schemes, corporate commitments, and responsible sourcing policies can incentivize producers to adopt sustainable practices. International cooperation and funding. Collaboration and financial support from international entities are crucial for addressing deforestation in the Amazon rainforest. International organizations, governments, and NGOs can provide funding, technical expertise, and knowledge sharing to support conservation initiatives, sustainable development projects, and capacity building efforts in the region. International agreements, such as bilateral partnerships and multilateral platforms, can also facilitate cooperation and coordination among different stakeholders. Public awareness and education. Raising public awareness about the importance of the Amazon rainforest and the impacts of deforestation is essential. Educating and engaging the public, including local communities, businesses, and consumers, about the value of intact forests, biodiversity, and sustainable land use practices can generate support for conservation efforts. Environmental education, media campaigns, and advocacy initiatives can play a significant role in fostering a sense of responsibility and promoting behavior change. Combining these solutions and strategies with long-term commitment, collaboration, and strong governance can contribute to the reduction of deforestation in the Amazon rainforest and ensure the long-term sustainability of this vital ecosystem. International cooperation and policies play a crucial role in preserving the Amazon rainforest due to the global significance of the forest and the transboundary nature of the challenges it faces. Here are some key aspects of international cooperation and policies in preserving the Amazon rainforest. Climate change mitigation. The Amazon rainforest is a major carbon sink and plays a vital role in mitigating climate change. International agreements and policies, such as the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, UNFCCC, and the Paris Agreement, provide a framework for global cooperation in reducing greenhouse gas emissions. Preserving the Amazon rainforest is critical for achieving climate targets, and international efforts aim to provide financial and technical support for forest conservation and sustainable development in the region. Financial support. International cooperation involves financial support from developed countries and international organizations to help developing countries protect and preserve the Amazon rainforest. Programs such as REDD+, reducing emissions from deforestation and forest degradation, provide financial incentives to developing countries for their efforts to reduce deforestation and promote sustainable land use practices. Funding mechanisms, grants, and investments are directed towards conservation projects, sustainable livelihoods, capacity building, and the enforcement of environmental regulations. Trade policies. International trade policies can play a significant role in addressing deforestation in the Amazon rainforest. Initiatives aim to ensure that products linked to deforestation, such as soy, beef, palm oil, and timber, meet certain sustainability criteria. Importing countries can impose restrictions or require certification of sustainably produced commodities, encouraging producers to adopt responsible land use practices. Policies and regulations that discourage trade in illegally sourced forest products also contribute to the preservation of the rainforest. In conclusion, the Amazon rainforest stands as a vital and irreplaceable natural treasure that encompasses unparalleled biodiversity, ecosystem services, and cultural significance. Its preservation is not only a matter of regional importance but a global imperative. The Amazon rainforest plays a crucial role in mitigating climate change, supporting countless species, providing livelihoods for local communities, and supplying essential ecosystem services to the planet. However, the Amazon rainforest faces numerous challenges, primarily driven by deforestation resulting from unsustainable land use practices, illegal activities, and inadequate governance. The consequences of deforestation are far-reaching, impacting biodiversity loss, ecological disruptions, climate change, and the well-being of indigenous communities. Efforts to protect and conserve the Amazon rainforest require a comprehensive and collaborative approach that involves governments, indigenous communities, civil society, and the international community. Strategies such as sustainable land management, strengthening land rights, supporting sustainable livelihoods, and international cooperation are crucial components of the solution. International cooperation and policies are of paramount importance in preserving the Amazon rainforest. Through climate agreements, financial support, trade policies, knowledge sharing, and diplomatic engagement, the international community can contribute to the conservation of the rainforest, address deforestation, and support sustainable development in the region. Preserving the Amazon rainforest is not only an environmental imperative but also a moral obligation to future generations. Its preservation is intrinsically linked to the well-being of our planet, the protection of global biodiversity, the mitigation of climate change, and the safeguarding of the cultural heritage of indigenous peoples. By recognizing the value and vulnerability of the Amazon rainforest and by taking concerted and decisive action, we can ensure the long-term survival of this extraordinary ecosystem. It is through collective efforts, shared responsibility, and sustained commitment that we can secure the Amazon rainforest for present and future generations, ensuring a harmonious coexistence between humanity and nature. Thanks for watching.